Yeah.
If I were to fail to live up to my responsibilities.
Hi, Jim. You got a big surprise coming to you. I woke up quick at about noon. Just thought I have to be in the garage soon. I probably shouldn't get drunk before the day begins. Before my bimmer starts bitching about my Benz. There were ghosts and smog checks at the top of my list. Then I played my own shit and went something like this. Cruising down the street in my Z4, jocking the bitches, slapping the hoes. Went to the web to get the scoop. Knuckleheads out there done blowing smoke. The car won't pass, how can it be? A fresh eBay smog pump, the DMT. I rolled down the window and I started to say, it's all about making the check engine light go away. I've tried to fix this car several times. I've had it for a couple of years. I bought it out of state. It's got what I suspect is a long-standing evaporative system issue. It's never been legal since I've had it, and while trying to repair it, I have discovered that someone put a junkyard charcoal canister in it. This is an '05 car. The charcoal canister is off of an '04 car. Why would you need to replace a charcoal canister? I don't know. It's been monkeyed with. It's never been right. It's always had a leak. Let's see. The first thing I did, it was P0440 is the code that it was first throwing. So I replaced the gas cap. Brand spanking new. Then I cleaned all where the gas cap seats here to make sure it's all real nice. If you see like ashes right in there right now, there's a big fire going on a few miles from here. Southern California burns every year, so those are ashes from the local brush fires. Anyway, I replaced the gas cap with a new one. Same code came back. Then I replaced the purge valve, which is down in there. Reset everything, 120 miles or so into it. Bing! P0440 comes back again. Shit. Next, I take it over to a friend's place and he hooks up a professional smoke machine. He finds a leak in an O-ring on the filler neck to the fuel tank. I think, awesome, it's fixed. 130 miles later, boop, same thing pops up. This time it said it was P0456, which is indicating the DMTL pump. And it did say DMTL pump leak on a previous scan. So that brought us to the DMTL pump replacement. I showed you the video where I pulled this one out and put in a new one. And this is such an old one, it's actually a two-piece unit where you can open it up. So I'm going to do some experimenting with this one. And here's another old one that I took out of the X5. So I've got these two to play with. I'm going to do a video playing with these some other time. But I did replace the DTML or DMTL pump in the Z4. Still didn't cure the problem. The stupid thing won't pass smog. It's got the check engine light that comes on. I can't get it to pass smog, so I can't get it registered. So now it's got an Arkansas license plate that expired in July of 2019. So if I can't get this stupid thing fixed, eventually I'm going to get pulled over while I'm driving it, and the police officer could impound the car if he's having a bad day and wants to be less than friendly. I gotta do something. The evaporative system has a ghost that refuses to leave. I've tried begging. Wendy? Let me out and I'll forget the whole goddamn thing. It'll be just like nothing ever happened. Wendy? Tried sympathy. Wendy, baby, you hurt my head real bad. I need a doctor. Shit's about to get serious. Ghost, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for a trip to the dealer, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long effort to do things myself. Skills that make me a nightmare for professional automotive techs everywhere. If you let my Z4 go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you, I will not pursue you, but if you don't, I will look for you, and I will find you, and I will cure you. Well, that means we're going to have to hold a seance, and maybe even an exorcism. So I'm going to have to move the bug. Yay. And bring the haunted Z4 in. It's my sweet little 1969 Volkswagen Beetle. I love this car. I haven't driven it that much, but I just love it nonetheless. I love this car. Come on, baby. Come on. It really wants to. One more time. Ooh, ooh, almost. We're driving. I had to take it for a drive. Had to, man. Ooh, don't like speed bumps. It hasn't been out of the garage in a while, so I need to drive it around a little bit and warm it up. It's such a charming little car. Although, I gotta tell you, the steering on this thing is kind of scary. It's got a very loose and sloppy steering box. I'm assuming it's just worn out. That's something I have to look into one of these days fairly soon. I don't think there's an adjustment for that, but I haven't really looked into it yet. Like I said, I don't drive this car that much. I need to drive this thing more often. It's just a neato car. I really like it. Woo, that's floored. We're gonna go for it. Run through the gears. Okay, we're on it. Oh, come on, baby. That was a medically necessary drive. The car had to be warmed up. It had to be run around a little bit and get all its juices flowing. I don't know why all this stuff takes me so darn long to get done. Okay, I'm bringing the Z4 in now. I really am. Well, that looked a little sketchy. The plan, now that I have it properly centered on the planks and the lift underneath it, is I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to do the same thing I did before. If you watched the DTM or DMTL pump replacement video, where I take off the passenger side rear wheel. After it's picked up, I'll be taking the this wheel off, and then I'll be able to see up underneath, and I will remove the plastic inner fender well, which will allow me to see the whole filler neck and part of the gas tank and the whole charcoal canister, and all of those hoses and all that stuff will be exposed underneath there. And then I will also be able to raise the hood, of course, and have a look under where the purge valve is. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this gas cap off, and I'm going to plug the filler neck with something, I don't know quite what yet, and I'm going to use that fabulous homemade smoke machine that we also made. I showed you how to make it in a previous video. I'm going to use that smoke machine to very slowly pump smoke into the fuel system here, and hopefully when I turn down the lights and just use a flashlight, I will be able to see any place anywhere in the car where a tiny little bit of that smoke is leaking out, and then I'll finally find my ghost. At least that's the plan. Kind of like a seance. I'll have to turn the lights down. And a quick reminder, this is the homemade smoke machine. It's just simply a mason jar, and I got a Harbor Freight soldering iron, drilled a hole and glued it in there. And then I had to seal it a bit up here because the smoke was actually coming up through the body of the soldering iron. So what we also have here, inside here, it's cotton shop rags that are saturated in mineral oil. Well, I use baby oil. It's the same thing. It's just got a little bit of fragrance. And right here, this is part of a pen, and that allows me to clip on my bicycle pump for the air going in. And this is, I think it's actually part of a bong. So it's an exhaust pipe, and I can fit a rubber hose on here, and then I will feed the rubber hose from here into my fuel filler, and that will very slowly, as I pump my bicycle pump, so as I don't overpressurize anything, very slowly fill it up with smoke. The smoke it makes is pretty nice and dense, and we'll see. Hopefully, cross your fingers that this seance is going to work. While you guys were playing around with that hounds from hell, I went ahead and took off this fender liner, so we'll be able to see the filler neck here, and all the way down there is the gas tank down there, and then back over here, this is our charcoal canister. That's the DMTL pump that we've already replaced, but there's connections on it here and there, and hoses. So I'm going to plug this up with a shop rag and fit it with a hose off of this. I've been letting this heat up. You can see it's full of smoke, and when I pump this, you'll see, oh yeah, smoke comes right flying out of there. So we're good to go. Let me get it all plugged up, and we'll turn off the lights and start our inspection. Oof, that smoke doesn't smell very good. We got smoke. Uh-huh. Well, there it is. There is this line that has something broken off the top of it here. And I'm not sure what's supposed to be there. I'm going to have to do more research. But if you watch, you can see that, see if I can get it, smoke coming out of it. I don't know if you can see it, but that's our leak. Oh, I have hope again. I don't know what's supposed to be on the end of that hose. I'm going to find out. I'm pretty sure that's the problem. It's not supposed to be an open vent to the atmosphere like that. I'm pretty sure. And it does look like something's broken off of it. So maybe that's finally going to solve the ghost in the machine. I'll let you know. Hey, thanks for making it through this far. Oh, and thanks to my beautiful and lovely wife, Shannon. Couldn't have done it without her. She was doing the pumping on the smoke machine while I was doing the searching. Thanks, honey. Love you.